Hey, welcome to the channel. It's Sunday, it's about noontime, and I came up to the city and gonna start out where I left off on the last video about just a little bit north of Swanduak Gate, and we're gonna walk through a temple over here on the left that I've been through before. It's pretty nice. And seems to be a lot of traffic up here, and things are starting to pick up. But anyway, we'll walk around. And I want to thank everybody that came into the live stream last night. We had a good time. Talked about a lot of different things, and everybody seemed to enjoy it. And anyway, we're going to get walking. I'm being extremely careful crossing the street. I'm going to get my butt run over. And you can see about where we're at here. The Ram Skin Clinic is right over there, just on the other side of that dental office, I believe. But anyway, we're going to walk down this way. We've had kind of an interesting week this week in Thailand. A couple of interesting stories that I'll tell you about. One of them, it's a little strange, but you know, what can you say? Again, it goes back to when you come to a different country, you need to know the laws when you get here, and the rules and the regulations, and don't always rely on people to give you the right information when you get here. And apparently this Norwegian guy, came into the country and he went down to Phi Island. And yeah, he's a young guy. He's probably in his mid-20s, and he's staying a couple of days on the island, and he goes and rents a spear gun from on the island, and then he hires a long-tail boat to take him out spearfishing. Which, you know, hey, you know, Thailand's got some really beautiful reefs and things, and really some great diving places down there that really beautiful. And we're going to go in this temple here, and I'm going to try to cross the street here. I'm going to use the button here. This is really hard to get across the street. Let's hope it's working. Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah, see, he didn't even wait. But he gets a spear gun, he goes down to the beach and rents a long-tail boat to take him out spearfishing. Yeah, all well and good. Well, he gets out there, and the guy takes him apparently to an island off of Phi Island, and he's out there spearfishing, and he spears a couple fish, and 3 or 4 of them, and he gets a moray eel, and apparently he stabs the eel on the boat, and he's videoing all this, and he goes back to his room, and after a good day of spearfishing, and you know, what's there any normal person going to do? Well, they're going to put it up on TikTok and, you know, show their catch and brag about their trip to Thailand. Well, he does that, and the video goes viral, and people are just going nuts. Apparently, his experienced boat captain took him inside the national park, where it's illegal to spearfish, and oh, people were just really upset. And they share that thing so many times that finally it gets picked up by the somebody within the national park system that's really wants to maintain the parks. Well, they start hunting this guy down, and sure enough, they find him. I think if I'm not mistaken, they catch him. He's in Geelong by this time, and they arrest him. And he, he doesn't deny it. He said, yeah, it was him. He said, but he didn't know, He said, I hired the boat and that's where he took me. Well, that really doesn't make any difference. They've got you. And they filed charges against him. And they're also going after the boat captain. And I in a way, I kind of feel sorry for the guy. I don't think personally don't think if he knew he wasn't supposed to fish there, he probably would not have. And had the boat captain told him he couldn't, he probably wouldn't have done it, but he did. And he's looking at a serious fine. And that's not the first time this has happened. That's happened a couple times here. The last time, it was two guys, and again, they posted it on, I think that was Instagram, and they nailed them. And I think they had to pay, I think each of them had to pay 100,000 baht fine, and they got deported and blacklisted. So, if you come here and you're doing something, make sure you know that what you're doing is within the law. Don't rely on other people to give you good advice. And I'll give you a perfect example. Something I did myself. Lek and I, when we moved up here from Hua Hin, she wanted to see the beaches south of Hua Hin. So we figured, well, while we're there and we've got a car, we'll go ahead and do it. And I had my drone with me. And we stopped at one of the beaches, and it appeared like we were entering an Air Force base. I didn't know. I just saw, we went through the gates and stuff, and I didn't really pay that much attention to it. So we got down to the beach, and beautiful beach, absolutely beautiful. I wanted to fly my drone. I said, I don't know if I can fly here, So Lek went around and asked about 3 or 4 different people. Oh yeah, you can fly your drone, you can fly your drone. So I pulled the drone out on the beach and sent it up, and I was taking pictures, and the next thing you know, one of the military police from the Air Force was headed my way, and he went over to Lek, and fortunately he was a nice guy. He just said, tell him to bring it in. This is an Air Force base, you can't fly here. And I brought it back down, put it away, and I didn't have any ill feelings or anything like that. I shouldn't have been flying there. And usually with the software that I usually blocks me if I'm close to an airport, but apparently in this case it didn't. And I was probably less than a mile from the airport. Matter of fact, we had to cross one of the runways to get back to the highway to get back to the road that we were taking to go back up. So, just because somebody tells you you can, doesn't necessarily mean that you can. And this guy is going to have a vacation to remember. Those 3 fish are going to cost him quite a bit. And I'm going to put, there's some articles on it, and I'll put links in the description to the article. And it shows pictures of him sitting there. Like I said, I kind of felt bad for the guy, but what can you do? Wow, this is neat over here. All these old houses back in here. And I'll put the name of this temple and some information in the description as well. It's one that you probably wouldn't go walk through if you didn't know it was here. But we'll get back out onto the street and we'll start walking towards the south. And Mike's Burgers, those of you who have been here before, on the east side of the moat had closed down, and another company went in and inserted a burger joint, and it went down, and now it's some kind of a smokehouse place. So at the end of the video, I'm there. You can see traffic is just about at a standstill. Somebody was asked me in the comments what I thought, well, actually what Lek and I thought was the proper age gap for a foreign Thai couple. And I thought about it for a few minutes, and I was going to respond to it, and then I went in and I asked Lek, I said, what do what's your thoughts on this? I wanted to hear what she had to say. And basically her response was, there really is no magic age as far as that's concerned. And, it's based on the relationship, not the age. And like, with Lek and I told her this while I was talking to her, I said, there's a 20-year gap between our ages. And I looked at her, I said, but sometimes I think you're older than I am. And she just kind of laughed and agreed. And that's the case. The thing that I think means the most is, can you communicate and can you relate at the same levels? And that's a big thing. Tom Yum Gai, Wan Noodle, Suandak. That, you can tell that the food's good there because you see all the Shopee drivers there picking up food. But, that's the main thing. Can you communicate? And I had a friend of mine that, this goes back years ago. He was married to a Thai lady. He still is married to her. But his biggest complaint was that he couldn't have a conversation with her at his level. And she was probably 25, 30 years younger than he was, and not well educated. And it was an issue for him. He said, I can't talk to her about, current events. I can't talk to her about, different things in life that she has no idea about. And it was a real problem for him. They've stayed together. He's worked through it, but it was something that he found is a major issue. So that's another thing to think about. And not all relationships are based on money, and not all relationships are based on somebody who wants to take your money. I talk about them in the channel, but for every one that I talk about that's bad, there's got to be at least 1,000 or more that are actually happy relationships that people are in. So, getting ripped off, it happens, but 9 times out of 10 you get ripped off because you don't see the warning signs, you ignore the warning signs. Another good point somebody brought up last night in the chat was, or in the stream, was that you don't go bragging about how much money you got. When you start bragging about, oh, I've got this, I've got that, and I'm rich and all that, you're opening yourself up to get a good shellacking. So just remember those few little points there, and you can find a good woman here. And I may do a video just on that and what I think it entails and what you need to do to find somebody that you know, you can have a good relationship with. Yeah, traffic is really picking up. Well, guys, I'm not going to close the video out. I'm going to go over and try the smokehouse, see what they got, and I'll see you over there. Well, we're back, and we're back just a little bit north of Thep Gate, and we're going to walk over here to the smokehouse and try their food out. And like I said before, that place used to be called Mike's Burgers. So we'll see how the food is now. Now, somebody had asked me to check a hotel down here on the left. I can't remember the name of it, but I can see it from here. And if you're still watching the videos, looks like they're open. They've got tables set down by the street now. So they're definitely open now. But that's not where we're going. We're going right there. Looks like it's called Burgers, Smokehouse, and Barbecue. We'll see what they got. And it looks like I can get across the street now, too. And this place used to be a really good burrito place. And it's now moved down around the corner. But there's a lady running it now. Let's see what they got. Well, there's the menu. And the barbecue looks real good. Let's see what's on the other side. Well, I got hot dogs, hamburgers, cheeseburger. Hello. It's okay if I make a video for you? I'm going to put you on YouTube. You to cook? Wow. I think I'll try the barbecue tray. I'll try the barbecue tray.
Oh, sorry.
No?
It's also out.
Okay. If you have hamburger?
Yes.
Okay, let me try a cheeseburger and a Coke Zero. Okay? Now, right down on the right is the Mexican place. It's really, really good. Now, this used to be the Crazy German. I don't know if he's still open. Oh, no, it's one down. Yeah, he's still there. Well, let's go back and sit down and wait on our burger. Thank you. Now let's see how it looks. We can do this with one hand. Yeah. Let's see how it tastes. Well, that was a really good burger. I rate it right up there with some of the other good ones that I've had. I was a little disappointed that they didn't have any barbecue because I did want to try the barbecue, and it looks like they've got a smoker right there on the premises where they smoke their beef. But we'll come back when they've got barbecue and have some. But anyway, I'm going to jump in the car and head for home and find some air conditioning. I'm going to see what kind of fish these kids are catching. Doesn't look like they're having much luck. Oh, fishing with bread. Oh no, they got one in there. Got a couple of them in there. Good. How many you got?
Yeah.
1, 2. Fish. Fly. Key fly. 5. Good. Good fisherman.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Cute kids. Well, I'm gonna head to the car and we'll see y'all later. Bye bye.